respected dignitaries, and very honored to be among with you. Myself, Bala, I'm working to develop the spiritual, cultural, and heritage relations between India and Sri Lanka for the past 12 years. So, had understood many internal issues of the Sri Lankan society. So, what they are unable to come out, what they are unable to express it out publicly with India. And we have understood that and then slowly started changing the scenarios there. Just to give a small note on that, so when the Sri Lankan government has identified over 50 sites having relation to Ramayana in the island and around the island in the waters there, and they want to develop those sites and promote those sites and call the tourism industry and ask them to develop it. The government is willing to develop those, government is willing to support theirs. But now here the issue is in a different style. So the society is not in the position to accept it. The reason is, irrespective of the faith, what they are believing in, they may be Buddhists, they may be Hindus, they may be Islamic, they may be Christians, whatsoever it could be. The problem is they have huge amount of empathy towards Ravana. We Indians have a myth that Sri Lankans pray to Ravana, all this stuff. Actually they don't, but they admire him. Definitely they admire him. They don't have any temples for Ravana, but they have a temple for Vibhishana. Now the issue is this, when the Sri Lanka has to develop Ramayana tourism is concerned, Ramayana tourism circuit is concerned, the problem is the guide there or the travel company there, at some point or the other, when they are explaining to the tourist, they have to talk something negative about Ravana, definitely. Without that, they cannot tell any Ramayana. So this is the problem what they have internally, and this problem they cannot tell it out openly to India, they cannot discuss with India. They have it within them and they don't want to develop Ramayana sites. And this, after about 8 years of work with them, I understood this is what very much, this is where the root cause of all the issues related to India-Sri Lankan Ramayana relations are concerned. When this happened, then what I did was I made a book for them. Because they have a lot of love towards Ravana, I made the book titled My Name is Ravana and made Ravana tell Ramayanam, in which I told the story of Jaya and Vijaya, where Ravana will be telling, see, I am the biggest devotee, more than anyone else, I am the biggest devotee of Sri Rama himself. And my original name is Jaya, my brother's name is Vijaya. We came on the instructions of Vishnu himself onto the earth as Ravana and Kumbhakarna. You go to Tirupati temple or you go to any Vaishnava temple, you find we both also along with the main Moola Virat. So we all stay together in the same place. And this story I have told and then made narration of Ramayana. This made a change in the government. Now they are calling me for training sessions, all this stuff. So now the change has happened now in the Sri Lankan. Now we want to take it more forward. So in this aspect, in the sessions, I would like to take some suggestions from the dignitaries also, and as the topic is also related to the cultural segment. So I just want to say one point. I will just shift the focus to Indonesia, Southeast Asian countries like Thailand, Malaysia and Indonesia. So you go to Indonesia, you go to Bali, you go to Java. So though the faith is Islam, they all respect Ramayana. They all understand that Ramayana is the part of their culture. So every day they perform Ramayana, every day they dance on Ramayana, and every one of them have their own versions of Ramayana as well. So they have a clear identity, what is culture and what is religion. So, and they accept both. They follow whatever faith they want to follow, but at the same time they don't neglect the cultural part, cultural element, and that's how they carry Ramayana. But somehow in India and Sri Lanka, this part is very much clumsed up. So we are unable to identify the difference between the culture and religion. And when the Ramayana is promoted, certain sector or most of the sector of the people consider it to be the religious tourism or religious subject, and they don't accept it as their own history or a part of their own culture. So somewhere down the line in the history, we have lost that clarity between the cultural and historical acceptance and the religious acceptance. So my question is, where we have lost that and what made us to lose that connectivity, and how can we bring back that connectivity again going forward?